What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL and welcome back to another video with ya boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel, man. Happy Saturday. We got a nice juicy college football slate for week 4 college football starting today, and you already know we got to check out the Props Made Easy tools to see what they're recommending based off of the value and AI projections and all that good shit. So we're gonna go over some of the best picks for college football today when it comes to player props, and then we'll check the game center and see what we got going on over there as well for college football. Yeah, I'm excited to get straight into it. Tonight, I will drop a video covering NFL one final time. All right, we'll take a final look at Week 3 NFL, see what our best picks are that are still on the board as of that time, and then we'll just get to it. PropsMadeEasy.com is only $20 a month. If you don't have these tools, you need to. Let's get straight into the best picks for today, man. We're going to talk college football, like I said, and then later tonight, hit the little bell notification next to subscribe so it lets you know when I post. I'll be posting later on tonight. I don't know why I've said that a million times, but yeah, tonight. I'll post an NFL video, my final look kind of what I like on the NFL for week 3. All right, so first off, let's start with college football EV. Take a look at what we got. Now, what's the difference between college football EV and college football line difference? College football EV is when you have the sharp books on the same line as that selected DFS book so that you're able to find an EV edge. Now, when the sharp books are on different lines and they don't match with the line on the DFS book, we then go to line difference and we look at a differential between the books. All right? But to start this video out, we're going to look at EV. We're going to look at positive edges. All right? So Caleb Douglas, under 3.5 receptions at a 55.7 chance to hit. Positive 1.38 edge percent. Minus 126 are the true odds. Now, one of the big things that Props Made Easy does that's very important is we take the juice out of the sharp books, right? So when you look at a sharp book, right, for example, Pinnacle's a sharp book. When you look at Pinnacle and they have odds on one side and odds on the other side, those aren't the true odds of what Pinnacle thinks the likelihood of that pick is. There's added juice on top called VIG that's added to both sides of the line. That way they make profit regardless of which side you bet. So to really know what the sharp book is thinking on a play, you got to take that VIG off so you can see the true odds. And that's what you see here. At Props Made Easy, the true odds are the odds minus the VIG from the sharp books, okay? So they have this at minus 126 odds to go under 3.5 receptions. To get a positive edge against Prizepicks for the most optimal slip type on Prizepicks, which is a 6-man flex, you don't want a power play. If you're doing a power play, you want to just do a 2-man. The lower amount of legs, the better. The more legs you add to that, you're starting to do a parlay, and you're starting to really just, hope for luck. Okay? The more legs you do, the more luck that you absolutely need. Okay? So parlaying is not a great strategy. But if you do want to parlay, do a 6-man flex. That way, if you miss a pick on Prizepicks, you still double your money. If you miss another one, you still get some money back. So that's the most optimal slip type on Prizepicks. And I believe underdog's like a 6-man insured, okay? But either way, you could do a quick research and understand the most optimal slip types. Honestly, I think that me and the team at Props Made Easy, we'll put the most optimal slip types on these, I think. So, like, you'll see Prizepicks 6-man flex. You know what I mean? And it'll let you know, like, the most optimal slip type for that site. Different sites have different slip types that are best. So, but anyway, let's get back into it. Caleb Douglas, under 3.5 receptions, positive 1.38 edge. All we're ever looking for is a positive edge, man. We like to see 2 or more sharp books, but nonetheless, we know that there's at least a sharp book in this. We want to see a positive edge because that means we're beating the books. Everybody talks about beating the books, right? A positive edge is the higher the positive edge, the more you're beating that book long term, plain and simple. Let's flip his card over and take a look. He's gone under in 60% of his last 5 games. Let's look over the season. He's gone under in 40%, averaging 4.13, which is over the 3.5 receptions. But based on this matchup and exact situation, the data is definitely signaling the under on his 3.5 receptions. All right? Steve Angeli, under 1.5 passing touchdowns at a 0.87 edge percent, positive 0.87. True odds of minus 123, 2 sharp books. So we like to see that 2 as the baseline. That's a really good spot. All right, Steve Angeli, under 1.5 passing touchdowns. We look over the last 5. He's hit the under in 60%. We look over the season. He's hit the under in 66.6%. So Steve, under 1.5 passing touchdowns, a good spot there. Taven Jackson, under 267.5 passing yards as a positive 0.63 edge percent. True odds of minus 122. Only one sharp book baked into this. Not many books have the line at 267.5 for him. AI projection has this at 268.5 for the over. So honestly, I'd kind of, it's a close edge. You can easily just say, you know what? Yes, it's a positive edge, but there's only one sharp book, and the AI projection is on the over. So I'm just going to skip this play in general and take a look at other spots. Like this guy. Now, if you're going to go with a play that's got one sharp book, Ryan Brown, under 189.5 is a 54.9 chance to hit. Positive 0.63 edge, minus 122 are the true odds. You have one sharp book. AI projections at 185, so 3 yards less than the 189. All right. So not only do you have the sharp book data giving you a positive edge at the 189.5 for the under, but you've got the AI projection that's 4 yards less. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it. Anyway, let's keep going. This is another situation of being off on either side. And now I always talk to people all the time. They're like, hey, man, like I really want to take advantage of the AI simulation projection data as well. So I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think about me only taking plays where the edge is on that side and the AI projection? And I'm completely supportive of whatever you want to do. Like in a situation like LaMelo Brinson, under 66.5 receiving yards, the data based off the sharp true odds has the under 66.5 as the positive edge percent. Okay? But you only have one sharp book, and the AI projections at 68.59, which is 2 yards higher than this line is on Prizepicks. So if you want to fade a play like this because it's not checking every box you're looking for, I'm completely supportive of that. If you guys only want to play plays that check every single box you're looking for, go for it. And at Props Made Easy, we just offer you every little box that you may be looking for so that you can check them. You feel what I'm saying? Now, obviously, we're going to rank them by data based off true odds, based off the sharp books, because these sharp books know so much more data than we can just even fathom in our minds for these picks. So we're taking advantage of the value, right? But if you want to make sure all of your picks check as many boxes as possible, I can't hate on that. You feel what I'm saying? I find myself sometimes picking plays over others just based off of, how's the AI sim look, or, how's the season hit rate look? Y'all know me, I don't care about last 5, last 10 data. I like large samples of data if I'm looking at last X. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I'm looking at over a long, I want a season. I want long term. How's this guy done? You feel what I'm saying? And the cool thing about Props Made Easy, it gives you an equivalent money line that it should be based off history. So he should be minus 267 on going under 189.5 based off his season season hit rate. All right. Anyway, let's move on from this and let's check out college football line difference. See if we got any big discrepancies today. All right, again, just to remind you guys, college football line difference is when the selected DFS book, which is Prizepicks as we know right now. We do have every DFS book, though. We got Underdog, Bettor, DraftKings Pick 6, Dabble, all that good stuff, okay? But we're doing Prizepicks for the sake of the video. And college football line difference is taking advantage when you don't have the selected DFS book on the same line as the sharp books. And then we find a differential between them. All right? Now, what I recommend you do here is I always tell people try to go 5 or more differences, right? Like try to get a big gap if you're going to play it. Now, you can play smaller gaps, but just honestly, you can make it simple on yourself. Try to have 2 or more sharp books and try to have the AI sim projection on the same side as where your sportsbook line is. So Aiden Childs, under 213.5 passing yards is a minus 7 sportsbook differentials. 2 sharp books have this at 206.5 on average, which is a minus 7-yard differential. AI sim projections is closer to that Prizepicks line, but nonetheless on the under as well. And this is what I mean by checking multiple boxes. It's perfectly fine if you want to tell yourself, every play that I do, I need the AI sim on the same side. I need it to lean the same side. All right? But yeah, really like that spot on Aiden Childs under 213.5. Let's check his history over the season on this line. He's hit the under in 60%, averaging 204.7 passing yards a game over the season sample of, a good bit of games here. All right? This is so far this season and last season. All right? Equivalent money line of minus 150 on the under if you're just looking at the season hit rate. All right, so Aiden Childs under 213.5 is a good spot there. Roman Hemby Under 72.5 rushing yards is a minus 6.5 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook lines among the sharp books are at 66. AI Sim is at 70.6. Again, not only do you have the sharp book lines at 66, but you have the AI Sim also on the under 72.5. All right, so again, checking many boxes. If we want to look at Roman Henry over the season, over his season so far this year and last season, he has an 80% hit rate on the under, averaging 53.8 rushing yards a game, equivalent money line of minus 400 based off his last X. Jordan Shipp over 43.5 receiving yards. First of all, there's only one sharp book here, and the AI Sims at 43.3, which is almost identical. I would just say, you know what? I'm going to steer clear of this one, and I'm going to look and see if I can get one with a bigger, more sharp books or a bigger discrepancy in general, right? So, like, let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, like Lenore Sellers, okay? This is a situation where the data looks really good on the over, but yet you only have one sharp book in here. Lenore Sellers over 237.5 passing plus rushing yards is a 4 sportsbook differential on the over. Sharp books are at 241.5 for him. AI Sims at 240. Both are almost the same, and both are 4 yards higher than where this line is here. Okay, if we look at Lenore Sellers over the season sample, he's gone over in 42.86%. So it's not as quite of big of a hit rate as we've seen in the previous plays, but nonetheless, the data really likes the over on Lenore Sellers today. All right, now we're back to a 2 sharp book, and then we got a 3 under that, which is very interesting. All right, let's talk about these guys. We've got Bo Prabula, under 232.5 passing yards at a minus 4 sportsbook differential. Sharp books are at 228.5. 2 sharp books are baked into that, as well as AI Sim at 232.9. So the AI Sim is very slightly on the over. So this is one of those situations where you got to make a decision. Okay, now at Props Made Easy, it's good to have this type of be torn. It's like, do I go off this much, all of this data, or do I go off all of this data? Either way, you got a lot of data on either side that you could choose from. Now, if you're one of those people who you utilize Props Made Easy and you take advantage of everything you're getting with Props Made Easy, including the AI Sim projection as well on every play you make, then Bo would be a fade. Why? Because the sharp books have it at 228.5 among the 2 sharp books, making it a minus 4 sportsbook differential. So if you're basing off value, it's good value on the under 232.5. But if you're taking every data point you have available to you at Props Made Easy, the AI Sim is slightly on the over at 232.9. All right? If we look at Bo over the season, 85% hit rate. Now, again, this is a little skewed because he wasn't getting as much, opportunity as he is now. You feel what I'm saying? And again, that's why history can kind of throw you off a little bit, because some of these guys didn't have exactly the opportunity they may be having this season. But nonetheless, Bo is a play that you can possibly fade. Now, let's talk about a play that makes total sense and checks every box like y'all should be looking for. Brendan Lewis, under 229.5 passing yards at a minus 4 sportsbook differential. Not only are 3 sharp books baked into an average of 225.5, but the AI Sim, after simulating the game 10,000 times, has him at 226. So both of these are solid on the under. Brandon Lewis, under 229.5. Let's take a look at his season hit rate. He's gone under in 73.3% with an equivalent money line of minus 275. Again, fantastic option with Brandon Lewis under 229.5. And again, it's that easy to find plays at Props Made Easy, man. It's just a really cool site to just play with. I find myself sometimes for long amounts of time just going through plays and just checking it out, looking at the season hit rate, looking at all these different kind of data points that we have available to us, and just trying to build slips, checking every single box. And that's completely cool. Again, remember that you have cool things too. Like, let's go back over to the NFL. You have cool things that Props Made Easy too that allow you to filter out to check multiple boxes in one. For example, Sharp and Safe. The Sharp and Safe filter is going to automatically check certain boxes, right? It's going to make sure that you have a positive edge percent, and it's going to make sure you have 2 or more sharp books baked into that. All right? Now, top performing EV is something we got to get running back on Props Made Easy. Top performing EV is going to show you plays that are positive edge, 2 or more sharp books, and have hit in 70% or more of the last season hit rate. All right? We will get that up and running again at some point today. I'll talk to the developer team as soon as I get off of here. I don't know why that's not on here, but we've made so many adjustments as time has gone on that sometimes certain things, like, have little bug issues that we got to just iron out real quick. But nonetheless, great spots for college football tonight, man. Excited to get this money. We got a lot of good plays still on the board. If you're last minute making your slips, you can still easily do that at Props Made Easy, man. $20 a month for this amazing tool to have it at your fingertips. The mobile platform is way better than desktop. The only time I get on desktop, I mean, desktop's not bad. I mean, it's a cool looking interface, but mobile is the best, most user-friendly interface of all of the tools in the industry, and you're getting it for $20. So, I mean, I stay on it on my phone. All right. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Let's get this money. Happy Saturday, and I'm out. Peace.